Welcome to this update. Today we will be discussing weather alerts around the world. So first let's start with the US. There are some current warnings here for a lot of stuff, and there are some winter weather advisories here in parts of the Northeast. There might be some snow or some freezing rain at points. There's still a red flag warning in parts of the Appalachian Mountains. Some high wind warnings there, another one here, and more. Now, let's see the severe weather. There's a slight risk and a marginal risk. That includes 5% chance for tornadoes and a big 2% chance for tornadoes. So be aware of this. Wind threat, there's a 5% threat for wind, and hail, no threats for hail. Now let's see the excessive rainfall outlook. There's a big marginal, at least 5% chance of exceeding flash flood guidance. So nothing big, but be aware just in case. Now an update on the Atlantic. There are two disturbances, and one of them has a 60% chance in the next 7 days and 20% chance in the next 48 hours. The other one has a 10% chance of development. It's very small and it has a smaller chance. Now let's talk about the rest of the world. I want to mention the Philippines because they have some extreme flood advisories, the ones in red here. So be aware of those, and if you know anyone there, tell them. Now I wanted to mention Canada as well, because there are some blizzard warnings here around Hudson Bay, so be aware of that as well. And there's also a snow squall watch for parts of Nova Scotia, and some winter weather advisories for other parts of Canada, and some freezing rain warnings. So be aware of those if you are in Canada. Now, I wanted to mention South Africa because there are some wind warnings, but the main threat is the fire danger. There's a high danger for wildfire in parts of South Africa. Now, Europe, there's a lot going on. First, in Croatia, there are some red warnings for wind today and tomorrow, so be aware of those. Very low temperatures in parts of Italy, Spain, and France, and the other countries. And let's see some of the alerts here. Bosnia, Croatia, the wind warnings. Estonia, a lot of warnings for France, for Germany. Rain and storm warnings for Greece, Iceland, Israel, and Italy. Some wind warnings for the Netherlands, Norway, Poland, and other ones here, and Spain too. A lot of wind and some rain warnings. Now I wanted to mention Catalonia in Spain because they have some warnings for wind and rough seas. These orange warnings here are for wind, and more rough seas warnings for Thursday. And now I want to mention Brazil too. They have some heavy rain advisories and heavy rain warnings in the south, and there's also a low humidity advisory here. There's a yellow warning for storms and rain parts of Uruguay, but these will expire soon at 3 p.m. local time. In Argentina, there's nothing big, just some thunderstorm advisories. There are also some heavy rain warnings for Tanzania. There are some rain and thunderstorm warnings for parts of French Polynesia. There's a heavy rain watch for southern New Zealand. There is a severe weather warning for parts of Australia, and there are also heat wave warnings for the Northern Territory of Australia. This is the heat wave situation. 3 days. And many more warnings here for parts of Australia. This might get updated soon, but if you live there and have any questions, leave the questions in the comments and we'll help you. There are some warnings for Cambodia, for strong winds, high waves, and low temperatures. There are some warnings for Mexico too. This orange box in the top here. There's also a warning for Paraguay, for rains and storms. There's just one warning for Chile. And show you again the warning for New Zealand that wasn't working before. Here is the heavy rain watch. And now for India, there are some rain and thunderstorm warnings for tomorrow and today, and some fog advisories for the northeast. Also some rain and thunderstorm advisories for Sri Lanka. And I also wanted to mention that it has been declared a drought emergency in parts of Spain, in northeastern Spain, in Catalonia. So if you are there, save water and be aware of the drought. Thanks for watching this video, and if your country didn't get mentioned, ask us in the comments, and if you have any questions, also ask us. Thank you for watching.